When the diagnosis frightens and medicine fails, when fear has a face and the heart's voice trails, when the ground trembles and the future's a mystery, and the valley shadow is my only scenery, there's a voice that finds me in the silence of the pain, and it reminds me of a name for those who afraid. A sound that breaks the chains and casts sadness aside, the name that steadies me in every weakness inside. And the world can scream, it can try to convince me that I know who all of my being belongs to. Cause above everything, above the pain, above the fear, above the praise, there is a name that is my song. It's the name that calms the storm, and where I belong, there will always be a name to make me whole. It's the name that gives new life to my soul. Cause above everything, above the pain, above the fear, above the praise, there is a name that is my song. It's the name that calms the storm, and where I belong, there will always be a name to make me whole. It's the name that gives new breath to my soul. The most dark cantrip to my soul. But when the bills pile up and the money's gone, when the house feels empty and the goodbyes linger on, when anxiety robs my peace time and again, and I don't know where I'm going or why or when, I remember the promise that never left me, the voice that told me I am who I am to be. There is no problem, no giant, no mountain that is bigger than your sovereignty. That the world can shine, yes, that was a sign. And the world can scream, it can try to convince me that I know who all of my being belongs to. Cause above everything, above the pain, above the fear, above the praise, there is a name that is my song. It's the name that calms the storm, and where I belong, there will always be a name to make me whole. It's the name that gives new life to my soul. My soul. There will always be a name to make me whole. The name that gives new breath to my soul. In my soul, there will always be a name. There will always be a name to make me whole. The name that gives new breath to my soul. There will always be a name.
Where the fog is so dense that I cannot see, tomorrow seems like a place so far away. The calendar says the year is ending, yes, but in my heart the season is just December without end. The chill of doubt has frozen every song, and I can barely feel the ground where I belong. But there is a promise written, a truth that reaches me, even when my weary soul loses all hope to believe. I sought for comfort in voices that will fade. I built my castles on the sands of an illusion I made. But when the waves came in and washed everything away, only your enduring word remained for me to obey. Your faithfulness doesn't need a summer sky of blue. It is the sure foundation, the anchor that sees me through. And there is a promise written, a truth that reaches me, even when my weary soul loses all hope to believe. And there you stand, the lighthouse in December, breaking the darkness, your love I remember. A steady light the fierce storm cannot smother, even if the tide pulls me under. Your hand will recover. You are the solid rock, the voice that says be still, the lighthouse burning bright in the winter of my will. Oh, I don't have to see beyond the very next step I take, 'cause your light shows me where all the fear will break. And my heart, once broken and without direction, now sings of your eternal faithful protection. It won't fade, it won't fade. Your promise is my home. It won't fade, it won't fade. You are the star when I roam. And there you stand, the lighthouse in December, breaking the darkness, your love I remember. A steady light the fierce storm cannot smother, even if the tide pulls me under. Your hand will recover. You are the solid rock, the voice that says be still, the lighthouse burning bright in the winter of my will. In the winter of my soul, you are the light, it won't fade. You are my lighthouse. I trace the lines back to the hill where everything began. The perfect love surrendered to the broken will of man. No poetry could capture the weight of every stain. The heavy curtain torn into washing out the shame. I was a debtor holding nothing, with a price I couldn't meet. But you traded heaven's glory for the dust beneath my feet. It was finished on that Friday. The darkness thought it won, but death could never hold the promise of the risen sun. This is the power of the empty cross, the final holy victory that swallowed every loss. It is the center where my trembling faith is found, where the curse was broken and redemption took the ground. It's not just history, it's the air that I now breathe, my only glory, all that I believe, the empty cross. The scars remain a testimony, a compass for the lost, to remind us of the measure and the unrelenting cost. But the victory is louder than the nails that held you there. A sudden rush in freedom, the silence is despair. The old covenant is sealed, the final word is said. We are no longer slaves to guilt, the King arose instead. It was finished on that Friday. The darkness thought it won, but death could never hold This is the power of the empty cross, the final holy victory that swallowed every loss. It is the center where my trembling faith is found, where the curse was the broken and redemption took the ground. It's not just history, it's the air that I now breathe, my only glory, all that I believe. The empty cross. Oh, we stand in the light of the morning that came. We shout the authority of the one holy name. The tomb is vacated, the stone is rolled away. He is alive, he is alive. We are changed by this day. The anchor holds secure, the anchor holds secure. Our hope is resurrected, forever to endure. This is the power of the empty cross, the final holy victory that swallowed every loss. It is the center where my trembling faith is found, where the curse was